Teachers, your students will need the 3 highlighter colors, yellow, green, and pink, and a blank piece of paper. And this is best done under a document camera, or if you don't have a document camera, with a whiteboard with the color-coded Expo markers along with that. This activity engages all modes of learning, kinesthetic, visual, oral, so it's a really great lesson to teach before your students actually write a multi-paragraph essay. The students will begin by folding their paper into 3 sections and making a crease so that we can divide the paper equally. Then we're going to label the first section a short paragraph and ask your students to tell you what color coding is a basic stoplight paragraph. And then as they're sharing it with you, you're all going to color code together, starting with the green, the 2 yellows for a basic paragraph, and then 2 or 3 of the pink detail sentences to go underneath, ending with the conclusion sentence. Be sure to go back and talk about and remind them that the yellow sentences start with the transition word or phrase, and I would mark those with a star, and note at the bottom that the star equals a transition word or phrase. This paragraph will be 8 to 10 sentences as a reference for the paragraphs that get larger. Once you have the short paragraph down, move to the middle section of your paper and talk with them about a longer paragraph. What would make it longer? Of course, you'll start with the opening topic sentence and end with the green concluding sentence, and come up with together and be reminded that you can have more main points in your paragraph, each one starting with a transition word or phrase. And then under each main point of the paragraph, you'll have 2 to 3 of the E's, the evidence, examples, explanation, finishing with a paragraph that's 11 to 14 sentences. This should be something that your students already are familiar with. You're just showing how the paragraphs move into a multi-paragraph essay. So the next part will not be student-directed. You will be giving the instruction and having them mark their papers as they go to show a multi-paragraph essay. After you've labeled the 3rd section of your paper, the students are going to start with their green. And you're going to make a rectangle about 1 inch down from your label, and let them know that in a multi-paragraph essay, the topic sentence is now a topic paragraph. And you can even have them mark on their paper that it's an entire paragraph. It comes from the first thing in a longer paragraph, but is now more sentences. We're still going to have a transition, so the transition word now becomes a transition sentence, and I would have them write on the paper that this is a transition sentence. The essay can have as many transition sentences as are required. On this paper, I'm just going to show 3 because we're moving from the longer paragraph, but of course, you could have them do more in the essay as needed or as assigned. And then along with that, the transition sentence starts a paragraph of the E's, the examples, the explanation, the evidence. The conclusion sentence from the longer paragraph will now become a conclusion paragraph. I think this is an important lesson to teach separately, and you can look for other videos on the conclusion paragraph. Step Up to Writing has an excellent resource for teaching students to move beyond a summary conclusion into other kinds of conclusion that are important for the middle schoolers to learn. And then after you get that done, let students know that a multi-paragraph essay starts with a hook or a lead-in. Step Up to Writing calls that the blues. And there are great lessons to teach the blues as well. I highly recommend after you show them how the longer paragraph moves into the multi-paragraph essay that you teach specific lessons on the conclusion paragraph and on the blues.